Well, I hope you can hear me. I hope you can see me. Good, good. We're doing this final conference online. We meant to get together, but we couldn't, to exchange some information and to exchange some experience. All the experience that you share between yourselves everywhere, in hallways and restaurants and bathrooms even. So now we won't be really focusing on our products because we don't want to be telling you about them for an umpteenth time. And our job now is to share our experience about what happened or has happened this year. We can't give you all the stats because you know it on your own, in the chats, on Instagram, and from the gratitude of the people that you know. Today we will be focusing on the step that we have taken in terms of being our claim for global leadership. And I think online today will be so you can write in comments and we will be answering them online. I hope you will enjoy it. Okay. I've been thinking about what to talk about during this conference because, we have been around for 2.5 years, or for 2 years and a few months. We have come a long way. Then I tell some people about our company, and then these people spread the word about our company, and then at some point they stop spreading the word, and based on some comments from social media and blogs, it seems that people have forgotten how we started out, what model we were going with, and so I would like to spend 15 minutes to tell you about how the background of our company, just reminding you what we used to be, how we came to be. And in the past 2 years, our decision making has proven viable, and we still draw inspiration from it. The mathematical model of our company and its vectors and its mechanics can be found, in part, on my Instagram account in the last 3 posts, and the mathematical stability post is what I promised to put out today. And this is what I will be telling you now about the new changes. Here's what I'm talking about. Now you're looking at the presentation of our conference. The conference held by FNK. FNK is a strange abbreviation which means a brand legally, which accumulates a number of services. And so FNK is like this place which combines lots of services. Our basic skill is financial competence on the crypto market and on the stock market. Here's how it works. Very simple. We have FNK, thefnk.com. It's our website, which is the main gate to us. A while ago, we started out as an investment portal. I won't spend much time talking about it because you can check out the previous conferences to understand why money means a lot to us. I will tell you what decisions we have made, what conclusions we have drawn. The biggest conclusion is, for me, I don't like those investments where you invest something and you have to wait around for a long time. Psychologically, from my point of view, it's not acceptable. You buy an apartment costing 10 million rubles, which is a good 2-room apartment, and then you rent it out at 35 to 40,000 rubles per month, and then you have to spend some money to fix it up, your apartment. Also, it depreciates. Some people,
that rented out may be in arrears sometimes in terms of their payments. So my mind won't accept that mode of business. But what am I open to? I'm willing to invest in 10 to 15 instruments, and the high profits from just one of them can cover all the costs associated with the other 14 ones. So when you're conscious of that, when you realize that it's your thing, people will follow. People will come along, and you will find the right people who can help you along. And this is how I met Edward and Marat, because both of them knew how one can make 5 to 6% for the home deposit per day, I repeat, which was a magic wand for me. It really helped me out with my tasks. Back then I was all about making money, not to spend too much time thinking about the need to make money, because when you're lacking money, it drains your resources. Or maybe, anyways, the thing that it always comes back to is the lack of resources. So for all of your wishes to come true, you need to have an abundance of money. And looking for that kind of resource, I created this mechanism upon which our company is based. I'm good at mathematics, and I'm good at knowing life, and I know that nothing lasts forever. So I decided to have some mathematical models to ensure my investment outcomes. Now we're basically sharing what we have worked out and what we have created. Here's a mathematical model. No guarantees, but still we try to make sure to minimize all the risks. It's not zero, the risk, but still we try to minimize it, because you can't avoid all risks. So our main job, to which we have been committed to for over 2 years now, is minimizing those risks. The first job here is to minimize risks. And how do you do that? You have to plan out the time where we can meet all of our commitments to our partners who have joined us. For this we have 3 rules. No matter what product that is, it can be like the car program, where you can buy your car for 35%, which is a mind-blowing offer. And we don't really spend much time on explaining what it is, but why it is real. Or buy your apartment for 35%, which is also the other product. So no matter the product, it works. Let's look at this logic. Say we have our first 100 clients. So first I work out an arrangement with Edward and his team to make sure we meet our commitments. We weigh all pros and cons, because we see that there is always a negative scenario, and so we are ready to pay these 100 clients from our own capital if our plans don't work out. So our job is to multiply the amount, the deposit, at least by 3 to get 100,000 rubles from 35,000 rubles. So to turn 100,000 rubles into 300,000 rubles, the figures are conditional, relative, random. But still, in order to meet our commitments, we set aside some of our own capital to pay you from our own capital. So, and my team was ready for that. They accepted the terms, and then some partners came along which registered for the products. And in 3 to 4 months, when we started out with this product, it was supposed to run for 3 months. So we Say if we got 100,000 rubles, in 3 months we had to pay back 300,000 rubles. Then another 100 clients, say, came along, and we combined the capital. The second model to protect your money, or the money that you deposit. So we have this money and we have that money, which works for the second group of clients. So we multiply it by 2, and it decreases our risks twice. Then the third stage, another 100 clients, which helps us use strategies that come with less risk to generate profits. The second thing, we have this deposit, which is made up partially of the capital of our company and our client's capital. So how do you get there? The second mathematical approach that we use is how do we make sure that it all works out.
And not to lose anyways. The strategy is done by our people, our guys. The main thing, we don't put deposit into the tradings, the whole amount of it anyways. This sum and this amount, they are divided by 30, 30, and 40. 30%, we told this many times before, and I'm telling you now, 30% is trades per day. The result of this work is that what you see on your screen every day, 30% is the not very fast trades, just to back up us in case we make faults or mistakes here in these first 30s, and then we'll be able to perform the obligations that we have promised. And 40% is the total that is just like backup sum in case these and these. We have this backup 40%, and then it is used to recover the deposit. This is the second mathematical model. So we are shaping up the capital to be able to back up us. Then we can divide this by the sums that I have mentioned. The third part is the semi-fast, and the last is the backup volume in case none of the first works out, for being able to continue our operations. Okay, the third type, I called it also third dimension, depending on how you look at it. First is capitalization, using the company's money in terms of risk minimization. The second is the deposit split into 3 parts, and then the operation with the deposit inside the deposit. Ed, could you please help me out here? How many instruments we have here? 150 instruments. So this we divide by 150 instruments. Each of those instruments aiming at 5 and to 77% of income. This is the third part, I remind you, and by collecting capital
and then we divide it by 150 instruments, like I told you. Well, picture this. Say we have a conditional $1,500, and this would be our conditional cipher, CFR. And we divide it into 150 parts, each equaling 10 CFR, which equals like the 1 USDT or 10 USDT. And then each of these 10 parts or fractions or portions, if you will. And then we have 150 of them. So basically your $1,500 is divided into 150 portions, each aiming to make 3.5%. And here's what happens. We have 4 stock exchanges where we use different brokers across different instruments, oil, cryptocurrency, gold, many other things, because these are different fields, and where if we have a loss in some area, in some other area, we have a rise, we have profits, because we know that brokers also can make a mistake, but we have this also 1.5% rules for the brokers, which Edward will tell you about. Maybe we've told you many times about it. So basically where we get our insurance is through this model. Here's the math. Everything we make, 1/3 goes to the product holders. Another 1/3 goes to the guys who are basically doing the trading. It's the traders, and the company gets to keep another 1/3 of the profits, because we're the ones controlling the process. We cannot guarantee anything because markets are volatile. But if you look at the mathematics of the thing, in terms of the vectors, or no matter what you call it, we realized that it worked. And it took us a year to fine-tune like this model, which I called dimension 4, or the 4th dimension, where we have this, let's picture this mathematical cube. It may sound like a funny term, and you may call it bullcrap. It may be called bullcrap by pros, but still, look at this. We realized that crypto profits are quite high. So we do the following. What we do here is this. We have stock exchanges supporting us. And also, thanks to the Bitcoin, we can form this insurance deposit. And when you trade cryptocurrencies, it gives us an additional deposit. And we use it on the stock exchanges. And also we have this reserve, which is on the crypto market and generates profits. God forbid the stock market doesn't give us the necessary profits. We have the stock exchanges to support us, to safeguard us, and safeguard the commitments that we have, and the deposits of our partners. So it's this intuitive model that we came up with that helps us ensure or safeguard any obligations that we take on. I'll take a pause here, talking about the mathematics of the thing. So basically this is how we have been working, and this is what we use for our living, so to say. But if you've been following social media, you may have noticed that the heat has been increasing on us, but still, even given all that, our company has been meeting its commitments, because it's not really tied to us now, it's tied to the system. The system keeps it going. Now there is one thing that I would like to announce. This is our future. I told you about where we started, where we are, and now let me share some information with you about our future plans based on the model that we have developed. Edward? Okay, the guys there are fighting for the right to speak the last. Oh, so, okay, it's you. You want to share some info about the stats? Okay. And so now Edward will finish the conversation about the mathematical model. I've been telling you things that are based on fact, but he will tell you about it from the mathematical point of view. Then Marat will come in and share some info about our token. Then I will come back and I will basically announce some bonuses for those people who have generated great results within our business. And I mean, when I saw the prize, I was really carried away because I wanted to get the same thing. And then we will share our plans, the tokens. Also, I will tell you about the minerals we're setting up production for. Okay. Hey, everyone. Okay. So, usual thing, I will tell you about the traders, what the traders do, how many guys we have on our team now. Okay, let's start by this. First, I will tell you about how our money is distributed. It's distributed across 4 stock exchanges: the Chicago one, the Moscow Stock Exchange, the cryptocurrency, and the forex currency. We have on each of those stock exchanges about 4 to 5 brokering houses with which we cooperate. It's not just 1 or 2. Now, all in all, it's about 15, I think. In total, it's 15. It gotta be 15. At this stage, we have 150 instruments that we are using to generate profits. And now let's talk about this rule that we have to minimize risks. I guess, well, we've been bringing it up every time, like always. So the way we minimize it is that we distribute the deposits across many instruments, many accounts, and we also split the deposit. It's split into 3 days. The first part is used for intraday transactions that start at the beginning of the day and at the end of the day, making some profits. 30% are accounted for by position transactions. The reason we need them is they can support us or bolster us is when markets are very volatile. It's hard to deal with intraday. And we have 40%, which is used as the reserve, which we can also use to go back to 100% of the initial deposit. Another rule that I have is 2 stops per day, not more. And this is some rule that I always adhere to. It's easy. If you make a mistake, you don't go back to trading to the same transactions, while your head is still hot, because you have to do it when you're with a cold head. Take some air, get some rest, go back to the computer, see the graph, get your percent, and then close the transactions. However, we have another rule. The risk of stops at the expense of traders. Traders leave 25% of the profits that they make on their accounts. So when there is some turbulence in the news, or if they misanalyze something, but they really want to risk, they start to risk their own money. And this gives us one heck of an insurance. And it also gives one heck of an insurance to the traders themselves, because they stop or they start shying away from dubious transactions. And now they've been getting wiser. Each of them have their own technical analysis and trading strategies, and now our traders have been publishing their trading strategies lately, and they put it in front of themselves, or some put it as their desktop background to always have it in view. Also, we have 150 instruments that we're trading, futures and currency pairs mostly. However, next year we believe what will come into play is our new things, new strategies, and we will be selling shares, I think. Now we have 150 traders working all the time, choosing their own transactions. I guess the most important thing here that I need to mention is that to prove how our platform works and how it works, I remember this one meeting I showed you my account with $10 million on it. There was 9,842,000 rubles, and now it was in June, and now as of December the 18th, the deposit is $34 million. So in the past 4 months, over the past 4 months, 24 million, sorry, not rubles, but dollars, has been made, which amounts to 240%. The reason why I'm stepping in right now is because we keep telling you about it all the time, by the bird language, spoken, so to say, spoken by the traders. Can you hear me? Yes, yes. Can you show slowly the screen? I've been accused that of putting some more money on our own on that account. I've been accused of that. No, we've never done that based on that statement. So please peruse and study the figures, because some people would accuse us of basically crediting all these amounts on our own to these accounts to boast or to lead you on. But it's not like that. So quit the bullshit. Cut the bullshit. Here you can see stop transactions, and we have some lost transactions there, but still we have made all that profit. Okay, and we have some other accounts, the oil account and the Nasdaq account, but we always want you to take everything we say with a pinch of salt. Also, you can friend Edward on Instagram to follow. This is a Forex account. We credited $1 million, and then you can see a whole lot of transactions. Big number of transactions. Now this account has $4 million. So we started out with $1 million, and we have made 3. How long? Since August. Since early August until now. So that's it for the statements, I think, and that's it for the traders part. But now I will announce this. However, I announced this back in September, but I'm going back to this. CopyTrade. It's a new software that we want to introduce. I've been getting complaints about people failing to open their accounts or to register. But you have to know that we have that website, but we have the structure only, the carcass, and we will have it full operational, I think, by the end of January. And now we have a legal entity for CopyTrade. Now we're waiting for the launch of this platform, and once we start it, we want there to be no downtime. So now we're checking the brokers, we're picking the brokers, and picking the terminals for this website. This is what it looks like. Here's how it's going to work. First, you have to register. Once you have registered, automatically you'll be redirected to the website of a brokering company where you will have to set up your account. You open your account, you register, you fill in your data, and you go back to the platform, CopyTrade platform. And here, you continue with your registration. Once all the verifications have been passed, both with the broker and with the platform, you will have to top up your deposit. So you top up your deposit on the platform. Basically, this is your payment to the trader. Allowing you to copy their trades, and then you will have to top up some amount to your brokering account. The reason why you will have to do that is because the trader cannot copy their transactions and send them to your platform if you have no deposit. And I think this is it for CopyTrade. Now I would like to take things a little step further and tell you about our plans. Could you show us the brokering roadmap? No, the brokering roadmap. Okay, we've also mentioned that we're going to obtain a license. We're still working on it. It's underway, but it's a long process, because there have been a number of things that have intervened. We're media persons now, and because of that, there are some legal issues, and we're also now working on obtaining a more quality, a more extensive license, not only for forex, where you have currency pairs, but we also want to sell or trade in bonds and shares. Another thing that has delayed our obtaining the license and setting up the brokering house. Should I tell them about the 116 hedge? 116 hedge fund. Okay, basically when we say, at some point we realized that the mechanics that we were using of these instruments, one ensuring the other, basically was like a hedge fund. So we wanted to set up a fund that would be called, or whose name would mirror the place where we're from. This is why hence 116, because the number of our region is 116. It's our claim for leadership, which I hope we will live up to. We have all planned it out. Is it like an American fund? No. Okay, I have the name. And now we have registered, and now we're working on obtaining the license. Hedge Fund 116 Limited is a name that we have registered, and we have obtained a document that confirming that the regulators will allow us to work on the markets. Yes, it's lots of red tape, lots of papers on an international level where we have to legalize everything using all of the scales that we have obtained. And we will be working now with legal entities, not only with physical entities, but applying the same principles. And we will be offering all these new tools that we have mentioned, because we, as physical entities, because so far we have been working as physical entities, and just we will be a legal entity soon. This is the change that I mean. And a brokering house is not only about a license, because you have to understand that it also involves trading across various markets. And now we have worked out the part where you have your back offices, terminals, brokering orders, different kinds of counselors. So we have come up with that, and I think on December the 30th or something, I think we will by that time have a trading domain without a license, which will however allow us to trade within our brokering house. This is what I mean, and this is it basically. Okay, so we're also moving there. So our project is becoming more diverse, as you have noticed. We're involved in coming up with products, in organization, and there is no major plan. We are doing a lot of things as we go along. Another thing, if you have not worked with us before, the first thing you start with, or you should focus on, is the cashback service. We have lots of payment services now. We are working on banking technologies now. Our payment cards for our tokens to keep the token highly liquid. There was this story when we just wanted to test our token, which went up by 2,000% by 2 days. 20% only today. And Marat will paint a better picture of this. I'm just giving you a general the general picture. So basically we're using these major mechanisms which will allow us to do business globally. But in terms of client orientation and customer service, we have this cashback service, which is a simple system. It's integrated into FNK. It's also known as CBS1. And it doesn't matter where you buy something or what do you buy. You get 15 to 25% of cash back in cryptocurrency, back to your wallet, back to your card. And now I want Anton to paint the picture, because he was the one who first designed the system, and and it was also his job to promote it. Okay, I hope you do a good job, dude. Okay, thank you for this thing. Okay, let's take a look. Okay, cashback now. Okay, let me tell you about the cashback service, CBS1, and what it is. So it gives you cashback starting from 15%. So when you buy something, you can get 15 to 25% of cash back. Also, you have a deposit which generates 6% of interest per month, and it applies all over the world. And also, it comes with an affiliate partner program. Okay, let's look at this like this. Say you have regular expenses, say filling up your car, and it costs you 4,560 rubles, and your rate is 12%, so you get 912 rubles from that purchase within 115 days with daily accrual. Now I will show you how this cashback service will operate. So say you have a very good idea of your spending per month. Let's say it's 30,000 rubles. It's a regular figure. And here you can get 15 to 25%. To make it more convenient in terms of calculation, let's say it's 20%. If you spend 30,000 rubles per month, you will get 6,000 rubles back. That is accrued daily over a period of 150 days. Then the next month comes. Your expenses have not changed, and you get another 6,000 rubles within 150 days. Quite simple. You top up your deposit, then you shop around, then you upload receipts to the platform, and then you get your cash back. Okay, we have January, February, May, June, July, and August. Say you topped it up, your deposit, to the tune of 30,000 rubles in January, and then you made all of your purchases, and then within 5 months, monthly, you get 1,200 rubles. Monthly. In January, February, March, April, and May. But say you decided to increase your deposit to 60,000 rubles in February. And so, from that point on, from February on, all the purchases you will make will take into account, will be based on this deposit, on the deposit amount, which is 60,000 rubles. So, it's 12,000 rubles now. And meaning, if you divide it by 5, you get 2,400 rubles per month. And there is this overlap. So in February, you get the amount based on the increased deposit, as opposed to 30,000 rubles. The initial amount, say in March, the deposit stayed the same. You uploaded all of your receipts, just like this. So if you know your regular expenses and you attach your receipts, the cashback for all the previous months is totaled up, and then you get your cash back. So if the deposit amount stays stable, the payments will be the same. If it changes, they will change. And also, if you use the deposit also only to keep your money, you also get 6% of annual interest paid. And I think it's 1,800 rubles. So in January, in February, in March, you get 1,800 rubles as long as you have your deposit there. The basic interest rate for cashback is 15%. There are ways to drive it up to 25%. How do you get there? You get it by getting more stars. If you have only level 1, it's 16%. If you're star 10, it's 25, so it's 1% for each level. You have a table which sets it out clearly how to get new stars. But when NX2 comes out, which is a new product, it will also be accounted for in the team volume. Here you have your volume for the structure, which takes into account Index 1, Index 2, and cashback service. So now we have 3, CTI 1, CTI 2, and the cashback service. If your level stays the same, then the cashback for your purchases and your interest rate will remain unchanged. If there is a change in it, the cashback will also change accordingly. All accruals, cashback accruals, you have your referral, pay accruals, and the cashback goes to this medium risk model separate wallet, which you can find in the CBS 1 section. As for the affiliate partnership program, you get 5% for the purchases of your partner, and 3% in the first line, and 3% in the 10 level structure. Say if you, to simplify, say if your partner has a deposit to the tune of 100,000 rubles, and he receives 6% of annum of interest per month, and you get your percent off of this amount that this partner is paid from the deposit. If the guy withdraws the deposit, they don't get the income or the profit, and you don't get your cut. So here it all comes down to the deposit here, and it makes sense to limit it in some way. The limitation used to be $20,000. Then we decided it would be a good bonus to have the cashback service as 1 million saffrons, so that you could basically do anything you wanted. Okay. That is some great news, Anton. Okay, I have rearranged a few things here now. Now, I would like to point this out. Can you show this video showing the prizes that we're going to be sending now? I would like to commend the work of everyone within our company. 1 year ago, we had our first Star 10, and I know lots of leaders who are leaders not only within our company, because now there are a lot of things to risk and to rely on, which I think is wonderful. And to many people, it seemed that Star 10 was like the limit. And they were comfortable at that level. However, when a company reaches a certain size, you may stay content with your 10 stars, or you can keep developing. And how do you motivate those people who are always growing themselves strategically, including within the system? So we have introduced 4 more levels, and now by the end of this year we have 4 statuses, which I would like to commend. And I know some of these people for a long time, some of the leaders who started working with Zygmunt on his team. So I would like to congratulate these guys with their new statuses. And the screen will show the prices. Irina Dust from Krasnoyarsk. Oh, I've known you for a very long time. And you know very well, if you follow the instructions to the letter from your team or from me, it all goes smoothly. It all goes according to plan, even though we've always dealt with complex products hard to be spread. Now you're the director of the network. Also, we have Evgeny Loskotov, who's the new director of the network. Some applause. So, some online applause for those guys, please, now. And they will be getting their prizes now, which kind of made me envious, made me jealous, because I would like to have the same thing. So show me the picture. Oh, it's a ring. Oh, the video.
No, these videos are short, so please, and they are different in size, with diamonds and stuff like that. Okay, I hate wording, but I think this one is a very pleasing one. Okay, could you please show the second video? It will only last 15 seconds. Or 1 minute, if you will. So please, start it. Okay, this is how the prize looks like. And Evgeny Abdus, Evgeny Loskotov, new director of the network. The next level that is also achievable as is basically vice president, and we have two of them, two vice presidents of the company. Andrei Galoshenko, many thanks to you for when you came to the company. You told me, okay, take my money to trade, and then you delivered one important message. You don't realize how many companies out there and they are trading, but you trade and you make money. I wanted to scale my company, and then I told you the following, but I told you to come up with a new motivation, and after 4 attempts, and thanks to that, many things are born for some reason. But we have a marketing plan which is safe, which is reliable, which attracts the right people, and to create the space for people who like to think. So you are now a vice president. You get the ring now. It has 1 diamond. The second ring has 2 diamonds, and the most important ring has 3 diamonds, and it comes with a paper proving that this is actually a ring with diamond. And this Ilgiz Shakirov, you are also now becoming a new vice president. Please hug this guy, high five. These people created, they made it possible. They achieved the goal to make money, and this is really important, because I didn't really know where to move forward when I got level 10, but now you are becoming a new vice president. Thank you very much to that. We have many people who work hard, who ask a lot of questions. During our first presentation, by the way, approximately 2 years ago, when we had this presentation, this conference, we rented a hall in one of the banks. New traders came to see us. We didn't have any website. We agreed with these people, and you were in the group. Very important decisions were made back then. This guy took a risk, and he got into a team. Now he is a vice president, so thank you very much for being so stubborn, Irina and Olgis, for creating strategic result, for immersing into our team. You are what you are. Thank you very much. I was really envious when I saw these prizes. It got me all motivated and stuff like that. Okay, moving forward to the future goals. You all know that what I created FNK for was the mechanism for creating space in biohacking technologies. One project was born. I am able to finance it, to put investments into it. I will share the information after we are done with this section. Please wait for this section to finish, and I will tell you a lot of that.
Now I give the floor to this guy who has made this breakthrough. And he will tell you what he wants to tell you, and I will just ask him some questions, because what he's going to tell you about is from the field, which is very new, and it's a crypto thing, actually. I mean, cryptocurrencies are very new, but now it's like the newest thing that he's going to introduce you to. And this is Marat, who introduced me to the world of cryptocurrency, who made me believe that making 5% per day is a piece of cake. Oh, hello everyone. It's so loud in here. Okay, my name is Marat Sabirov. Today, I will try to tell you in human language what CTI2 is, what FNK is, the token, why we have created it, where we're going with this, the current performance and the plans for 2021, and why you want to buy it now, to hold it, I mean to keep it liquid, how you can make some passive profits out of it. I will start with the first thing. The most common question I've been hearing lately is how you get accruals for CTI2. CTI2 is basically like CTI1, same accruals, same payments, with one slight difference, however. CTI2, this index, starts with a $1,000 deposit. And here is how you get your accruals. Since we chose the least risk strategies, the profitability rate will be a little bit lower in cipherons in the format to which you're used. But since some of the profits are transferred or credited in FNK tokens, if you receive it today, tomorrow, you will make some profits. Or if you received those payments yesterday, today they have increased by 20%, because the token has grown by 20% today. So if you make 1.5%, we credit in cipherons, and in FNK we credit the profits. 1/3, 30%, goes to the index holders, to the CTI holders. So it amounts to about 0.5% in cipherons. In FNK, it's about 0.01%. So the FNK is more of a bonus coin, if you will, than like the general payment method. However, you will have this thing in your personal account or back office showing you this. This is what you get in FNK, and this is what you get in cipherons. But if you move this bar or knob, you'll be able to get all of the money in FNK only. And I think many of you will switch to this new format. Why? So what I mean to say is that once you have bought CTI2, you also open up this invest box and start making money in cipherons. But we have decided to pay some of the cipherons in FNK. So if you make $10, say, per day, then you get $9 in cipherons and $1 as an FNK coin. And this is about how it works. Of course, we buy the FNK from the stock exchange and credit it to your wallet. It's your wallet, it's your tokens. So we have not introduced any limitations. And you can do this. You can either sell it at the stock exchange or you can keep it around. And as practice has shown, or the practice of today as it has shown, those who held on to their tokens yesterday, today have tokens which cost 20% more. So now let's talk about the FNK. We launched the token on December the 8th, and we were just testing it to see how it would work, and nobody was supposed to be privy to this token until today, because we wanted to test it out, to make some adjustments, to get a placement on the Uniswap and CoinMarketCap and TradingViv. And while we were doing it, like, the word got spread about the token. And I think it was on the second day we saw a growth of 2,000%. So it started out with $1 and it reached $20. It was on Uniswap, and I've been getting comments from lots of guys who were telling me, "Oh, it's a great result, way to go." But can you also show us the roadmap? So it started out with $1, the price of the token, and now it's between $16 to $17. The liquidity of the token is $8 million. The growth percentage is not 1,300%, but it's 1,600%. The maximum price was $20 in the moment, and the maximum turnover per day was $16 million. We got a listing on CoinMarketCap, which means that the token has been verified by every way possible, which means a lot. Those of you who work with cryptocurrency markets and those of you who wanted to get a listing on CoinMarketCap know what I'm talking about. Also, we have a listing on TradingViv, and on the third or on the fourth day, we were the leading coin on Uniswap. We were in the top, and we're still there among like the other thousands of coins. So among 10,000 coins, we came in 29th, which means a lot. And while it was happening, we were not defining any roadmap, what projects we would be seeking to fulfill through this token. And I've been talking to my guys here, and I got this idea. I told you that in 2009, a guy I knew told me about the Bitcoin, but I was stuck in this traditional thinking. I was focused on traditional markets, and I thought he was just telling me some bullcrap, some miners, some Bitcoins, some future coin. And this guy was a weirdo, so I didn't want to listen to him, and I have realized how close I was to this new information. And I think now I have come to this breakthrough point in the cryptocurrency, because the creators of the coin can also add to the liquidity of the token, because we can buy out our tokens to credit them to our users, and we are the only company doing that. And the advantage of this whole system is that it's completely transparent. No external factors can affect us. They can't block your website. They can't come over to you and take your laptop and kill your coin. No, this system is completely open, and each and every user knows how the price is shaped or formed. Uniswap is very simple. There are two indicators there, or indexes. The first one, the number of coins in the pool. So you have 1,000. So we deposited $1,000 there. This is how we started. 1,000 FNK to the tune of $1,000. So it costs $1. Once a guy buys a coin, or say 100 coins, but the liquidity pool is $1,100. So, and you can see a growth percentage here. Let's not delve into the math of it, but still you can see a growth. If you ask how the price of the dollar against the ruble is set, it's very unclear. Lots of political stuff affecting it. It's hard to say why the exchange rate grows and then drops, but here it's very simple and very transparent. If you buy it, it grows. If you sell it, it drops the rate. Very simple. And also you can make money out of each commission. And the first thing I would like to mention here is how this market can allow you to do this. If you buy tokens and you can keep them in your wallet and wait for the exchange rate to grow, but you can also at the same time make money out of each transaction. You buy an FNK and you add to the liquidity pool. You have that in FNK and you have this pool in dollars. Say you buy 100 coins, FNK coins, you send them back to the liquidity pool in an equal proportion to the same amount, equaling as the same amount in USDT, $100. So it reinforces the token. It's you reinforcing the system this way. So once this transaction is made, you start making your commission fees. And now, as we're the leading holder of the liquidity pool, we make about 1.5% passively because of the constant flow of transactions unraveling now. So out of 1 million USDT, we make 1.5% per day. This is a set figure, and it's been this way for 2 weeks. We've been making 1.5% per day because of traders and users buying and selling FNKs with us making money off of it. And you can all do that too. So you don't have to send your money to anyone. You put it with under a smart contract, and you keep it. It's like having them in your pocket, but it starts also generating passive profits for you on a daily basis. It's great. This is the first thing. The second thing, there may be a guy who can say, it's cool, but the FNK is a new token. And this guy, say, has been around crypto coins for quite a while. Say this guy has 1 million USDT, but he doesn't want to buy FNK to the same tune. So we decided to come up with this, and me and my guys came up with this idea. Maybe someone also has this idea. And it's called our FNK deposit, like a bank deposit. So it's done under a smart contract. Say if you have 10,000 USDT, but you don't want to buy FNK to the same tune, you deposit 10,000 USDT to the smart contract. And what we do is we top it up with an equivalent amount from our wallets in FNK. The smart contract that is then concluded, and it also adds to the liquidity. And then we split the profits, the commission profits, 50 to 50. You get to keep your USDT, and you can close the transaction any moment. And you will get back your 10,000 along with the commissions that have been accrued. And you get to keep the money at all times. So those of you who know what Uniswap is all about and what decentralized markets are all about, That's got to be a breakthrough for all cryptocurrencies, because the system is open here. As you can see, no additional switches which you can find at other stock markets. You get to keep everything on your wallets, and you own it. It belongs to you. The system, you can't just fake some figures and then say, oh, I'm sorry, the token is gone, because in 2016, 2017, lots of tokens just disappeared, and lots of stock exchanges made a lot of money out of it, but they can't do the same thing on Uniswap. And the second product, which comes from the first product, it's based on the first product, but it's for those people who don't want to buy USDT and FNK in equal portions. The third thing, which is under development, we are working on our own crypto card, and I think in April, or by April next year, we will have issued our first FNK cards. So the card will basically be used by you to carry your FNKs around and shop around with some privileges along with it, and the price of the card will be announced. I think it's already in the roadmap, this card. And another advantage that comes with this card is this: those of you who have topped up the liquidity and those who make your commissions out of each transactions, the same will apply here. If you buy something, it means that there is a conversion of FNK to USDT and USDT to dollars, and then on Uniswap, in a sense, it triggers a transaction on Uniswap. I say we have it's like being the shareholder of a company, or a shareholder of a company, but in this case you have your shares in your pocket, and you get to keep to make some profits off of each commission. If you have 10,000 card users making purchases on a daily basis, apart from the transaction on the stock exchange, you will be also making money on buying some little things on a daily basis, like buying coffee or some other stuff, articles of clothing, anything. And this is the third product, and which I think we will announce in April, or even earlier, because we have done a lot of work when it comes to cards, and it will come along with a string of other products. Another thing, lending. When we told our market makers about it, and other guys who had been working with cryptocurrencies, they told us that something like this had been in the works for a long time but failed. But given our ecosystems and holders and all the other things, I believe that we will fulfill this project with a 99.9 probability. Here is how it will work. Apart from us, anyone who wishes can basically lend their FNK tokens, and the guarantor of this, well, not the guarantor, yes, the guarantor of this, it will work like this. Say I have 10 bitcoins, I give them to you, right? I lend them to you, I get USDT or FNK tokens to the tune of 8 bitcoins. However, once I pay back, I get back my 10 bitcoins. So you can exchange it in the moment without having to sell your bitcoins. I know it sounds hard, but I think this project will be delivered in about September. Maybe earlier, we will see. But based on our roadmap, I think we're looking at September or maybe July. So you will have this token lending available. The other upsides here, benefits here, is that each holder gets to make profits, because the FNKs will be converted to USDT, bringing you your commission profits. And now is the time to buy your Bitcoin at $16. In 1 year, you will see how much it has grown. and you will not be also holding it, but you will be making money off of each transaction. This is my opinion on it. This is my opinion on it. This is basically a metaphor saying that the FNK now is its birthing stage, is its stage of birth. And you can buy this token at $16 and you can get your X's, like incomes, like triple incomes, profits in 1 year. Okay. Also, I came up with this idea and I announced it in early 2021, very early 2021. Because what I offered is you have this token to make money, right? Right. All FNK users who have their cryptocurrency, I don't know how exactly it will look like. We are still working on the mechanics of the thing. But what we want to see is that you're an FNK holder, you can basically decrease your CFR withdrawal commission by 25%. So now you can go and get your FNK, take it to your personal back office, and the withdrawal commission will go down by 25%, which also adds to the circulation and turnover of the token, which is very good for us. And the last thing we want to develop is this unified or common app mirroring all card transactions, where you will be able to order your card, where you can store your FNK, lend and borrow money, see all the stats, like a unified one-stop application to see everything happening to the token. And now, the thing I would like to ask of each of the viewers watching me now, watching this broadcast, is this. We're putting together this token to be a major player globally on international cryptocurrency markets. And lots of cryptocurrency communities in Russia have been talking lately about our token because they know we have a major community ourselves. Bitfinex offered us a listing now, but our policy is that we won't pay a single dollar to be listed on any other stock exchange. This is our policy. Basically, this is how we do it. We want our token to grow so quickly because we want the growth to be organic, so that the stock exchanges come to us, say you're cool and we want to have your token, we want to list your token. Bitfinex made the offer on its own and it asked for a tiny amount for that. But I talked to the guys and we decided to, stick to our principle and strategy, and they need us more than we need them at this moment. So we had to refuse, and now we're going to work out the stages of actions for Binance to give us a listing, and we want Binance to make the offer, or at least on very good terms. We want to come into side for Binance, and Binance has this one more decentralized stock exchange. DEX, I think, is the name. We will get a listing there. Also, there will be a liquidity pool, and the next milestone we want to get together with our community. This is what I mean, and we've been making every effort to get there. $50 per token is where we want to get, and then all stock exchanges will notice us. So $50 means that we have a large community, that we have lots of FNK holders, coin holders, and since each stock exchange is interested in attracting a new token that comes with high liquidity, that is used by a wide community, and the biggest advantage that comes with our token is compared to many other tokens that have come and gone, is that it comes with some utility, because we know where you can spend it. It's not only about speculation or trading, because we offer cards. lending. And staking, of course, then it goes without saying, which can be done with any or to any coin. We want to also connect it to some charity projects. There's a lot of ideas, and we're willing to see them through. But I told the guys that I'm not going to get involved in the processes of, like, when we started on December the 8th. And on December the 12th, it went up, and then it started going down, and all the guys started saying, we need to support this token. And some crypto experts started getting in touch with me, who were saying that we need to support this token in order for it not to crash. Then I said, I'm not going to get involved, or I don't want to do it. I want to see how this token flows along the market, because it's cool, like watching some tokens that you don't know how they progress, how they do fare. But this token is like a baby of ours, and so I was surprised when I saw great support for our token without our interventions at $10. And I got lots of comments saying, oh, well, good job, you managed to keep it at 10. But we weren't doing that. It was the market who did that, which means the market believed in our token. They realized that it's needed at this stage, at this point in time. And since we have a large community now, it means a lot. We have short videos about how it can be stored, how it can be kept, and how we can make money off of FNK. You can find it by going to this link on the Instagram account, on my Instagram account, which I will have to, well, advertise it a little bit, if you don't mind. And I don't remember what it's called. It's Sabirov.mr. Sabirov.mr. If you go to the link, you will find 4 or 5 videos which show how Uniswap works, how you can trade on this market, how you can top up liquidity. Also, it offers you a simplified model for people who don't want to delve too deep into Uniswap because it's too complicated for some people, but they really want to buy it at the current price and not to miss the growth which we anticipate. Also, there is partners that have come along to help with buying and selling the token. It's a Vexel.online. Been working with them for a long time, so they have my vote of confidence. And also, actually, you can now transfer your FNK to any card of yours. It's converted in the moment, and then you get rubles to your card. The next stage. So when we reach $50, it means that all traditional crypto market stock exchanges will take notice of us, including Binance and all decentralized stock exchange. We're negotiating with Huobi, but our major goal is Binance. Huobi, they're more loyal, and we're talking about the community that they want to see now. But Binance is about major players. But to secure a listing on Binance, you should be aiming for $50, and this is where we're going. Once we get a listing on Binance, it means that international markets and traders will come into play, will join the game, and the token will surely grow quickly to $100. Once we cross the $100 threshold, and I think it will happen at $50 or $60, Asia will come in, because now we're talking to our partners in Asia who have said, yes, you have a cool product, but you need to get to that point so that we can spread and promote this token across the Asian markets, because it needs to be known that this token has something under its feet to stand on, and it should be at about $50 or $60. Also, African countries will be joining in because it's a major player. India is also there. And once we secure these 3 regions, others will it will pique the interest of other countries and regions, and it's like there is a very good chance that it will happen. And also now we know how to get to the American market. I mean, the American market works in a different way, but we have identified a loophole, and soon I think we will be joining. So we will be creating another pair. I mean, now we work with USDT. For Asia, it's a crypto dollar which is based on Ethereum, so it's USDT. But Americans use USDC. It's the token supported by the American state, by the US state. So we will be creating a number of USDCs, which will help us reach the US. If you look at the volume of trades on Uniswap USDT, in terms of trading, it's about 30 million. In USDC, you have 80 million. So I think we'll be securing a huge market soon. Now I would like to talk to Marat from your point of view, because I don't understand many of the things that he says, because I sometimes gets stuck up in my phone. I'll imagine that I'm this monkey that doesn't understand anything. So I'll ask this. Now we have this great opportunity to ride this wave that many lost, and then Bitcoin reached $16, and now how much does it cost today? I could check it. 23,500. Yesterday it was 24,000. So it's a major difference. I mean, we are not aiming for that for now, but it will be great. But you could get there. Apart from a multiplying effect like CTI 2, you know that investing comes with discipline. And this discipline will be seen in that community. Well, I slipped a few things. No, I won't be correcting myself, and I won't be taking anything back. Everything works. The first thing, yes, we may get a multiplying effect. It's possible if the community will help multiply the price of the token, because we have this notion, the discipline of ownership. So for this, we need to show the number of wallets to all the stock exchanges and the number of coins on these wallets to get it really going. And the volume, the turnover, the circulation. And we will get it going because of CTI 2. You will be getting your profits in these tokens. You'll be able to convert them to USDT, or you can hold it. It depends on you. You decide. And also you can make profits off of these coins by adding to the liquidity pool, keeping them in your wallet, but getting to keep your commissions, make your commissions. If you take like 30 minutes or 1 hour to study what adding to the pool of liquidity is, it's worth it. Another thing, it can happen once the global stock exchanges join in, and we need this multiplying rapid growth. So, and then stock exchanges will take notice. So we need to stick to the discipline of owning it for at least half a year, and you need to add to the liquidity pool. So if you have some money, you can keep it there. Once the crypto card is issued, all the commissions will also be turned into your profits. And also, as a liquidity pool holder, you will be getting your commissions. There are risks, but they're minimal. The system is very transparent. You know the creators, and you know the development strategy. And now finish what you wanted to finish or clarify. I didn't want to clarify anything. I just wanted to say that it's It's about playing the long game. If you want to make money here and now, you'll be able to make some profits anyway. Because if you bought some coins yesterday, or like received some coins yesterday, you would have 20. They would cost a lot more today, by 20%. But it's more interesting to be taking part in like creating, well, a new Bitcoin, if you will, like, because today you can be at the point where like this point where the Bitcoin cost $16. You know, back in the day, Vladislav, a guy I know, bought a t-shirt for 73 coins, and now he regrets having done that, of course. So this is the same story, because no matter how positive your thinking is, it's still like shelling out 73 Bitcoins on a freaking t-shirt. Oh no. Limbaugh, when he sold the shares of Disney that he bought for 4 million, for 5% of all shares, and then he sold them for 6 million, he called that it was the biggest mistake of his life, but he still made 30%. Maybe it was even more. But he still believes that his transaction was the worst one in his life. Here you can also make money, and surely you'll make your money sooner or later, but if you play the long game, once we go global on the across the cryptocurrency markets, it will be much more interesting. It means, I mean, the actions point to us doing the right thing, but we need to stick to our discipline to make ourselves successful. And we will do everything possible to get there, because this project is my life work. This is something that I really wanted to get, because before that, and now this is my presentation, if you will, because this project is driving me, it's helping me to fulfill myself. I love what I love about Marat now is because he used to tell other people's stories, and now he's telling his own story. And his Bitcoin school was about using the technologies of others to make money, but now we're sharing our own story, which is a great breakthrough. Thank you very much for this great job. Now we have the final presentation. Do we have the fin-to-fin picture? Can you find it? Okay, let's take a look. It's okay. Fin-to-fin, just a little reminder. You can see it now. So fin2fin.com is a combination of letters because it's the first cryptocurrency mutual lending platform, and I think Marat will be joining in with his FNK service to minimize the cost of loans. And it brings it together an investor, a lender, and a borrower. One needs a lender. You can see the list of lenders and the list of borrowers. And they choose each other, which leads to a deal. And one lends, say, 3,000 rubles, and at a percent rate of 31%, and this guy has to pay back 4,000 by equal installments. This is a basic deal. Now we have a number of investors that are already there, but it will be in cryptocurrency, in cypherons. The second thing, it will be will be able to withdraw it to any card. The third thing, which is the funniest one, you get your cash back if you have paid your loan in full. Here's how it works. To know how it works, you can get your registration on fin2fin.com starting tomorrow, because we need our first 100 clients to get their first loans so that we can work with them and see how it works. We will be showing our separate webinar on verification because verification is something I've been asked a lot about on Instagram, but still, the fin2fin.com is working now. And this is my own baby. You know? We have partnered up with. I have partnered up with a partner I have known for a while, which shares my interests. It's like this nano medical kit. It's a metaphor for what you should have. You can see those beautiful pictures, and any product is first liquid shit, then it's half liquid shit, and then it's something that is good, and you can market it. We have this beautiful picture and a picture of the actual product. And I'm all about the ingredients, actually, and not the looks. And the efficacy, what do you take? Intuitively, I've always looked at life, and I've always known that your body is a number of microelements that make you up. So this banner, this marker, this fabric, this camera, you're made up of atoms and molecules, and you know that. And how come we are the way we are, and how come we're not shaped in a different way? And then say, I've always been fascinated by this. So intuitively, I've been looking for solutions for completeness, or completeness. Because I wanted people to have like the right minerals for their atoms, for them to be shaped properly. And I believe that age is a disease to be cured. And I have 3 concepts which are confirmed by the guys I'm working with. The first thing that kills you, you should avoid killing yourself. It's the most important thing. The first thing, it's your head and brains. I won't go too deep into it because it's half engineering, but still. The second thing is your glands that generates enzymes to keep you living. And then you have viruses and bacteria. You know, this intuitive knowledge I'm not a doctor, I'm not a physician. I'm talking about the practical application of something I've been experimenting with on my own self, and some of the things have been confirmed through my talks with people who've been doing biochemistry their whole lives. Tomorrow on my Instagram, I will be posting this, and subscribe to me to watch this video if you're not a subscriber yet. It's my Instagram account, and I will be showing you this video of 90 minutes to tell you about what minerals work and why some of this medication substances don't work. And it's very clear-cut what this video talks about, and it kind of jibes with the knowledge that I have accumulated over my life. Please take your time to watch it. And we announce this video during the 2020 Club. And make sure you distribute the link to this video, because I think this product is the bomb. Here is the ideology behind this product. If you don't stuff your head up with new tasks, you die slowly, because your brain starts to pump less blood. And I kind of decided to go through anatomy again, and I realized that lots of papers about how the glands work say not fully studied. They're not fully studied, but if you look at the combination of this, which is what a partner of this project told me once, the best metaphor here is this. Many people study glands separately. Say there are physicians who studied this one gland and that other gland, but our body function, all the parts in our body function at the same time. And when you have one thing working at 100%, and then another thing at 70%, and something not working at all. And there's millions of combinations like this. And so, if you want to get rid of a disease, it's hard because lots of things are still in the dark, not researched well. And sometimes you get people who are ill and then they recover. And sometimes doctors say that this guy belongs in the morgue and then they recover all of a sudden. And I think it's not like we have found the key to this, but we are going in the right direction because we're not looking at diseases we're looking at diseases as some instability in the mineral makeup of persons, of human beings. And I think we have worked with some doctors about that, and we have been practicing it, using some of the substances additives that I will be introducing now. All of that has shown that human body performance and health performance has improved. We have the certificates for that, Eurasia certificate, Union certificate. We have the certificate for the size of the mineral, and I will tell you about this later. Here's the thing, no matter what you're taking it in non-pure form. And sorry, I lost my thread of thought about the glands. Nobody knows how to fix the glands. Nobody knows how to make everything work at 100%, or how to reach a balance when something works at 100% and something at 50%. It's like this lock of codes, or code lock. If you got only 2 numbers there, you'll find the key. If it's hard. It may take 6 months to get there. When you have 7 combinations of how to find the right key to fix your health, sometimes it's quite impossible. It's always random. So I realized that we had to dig deeper to see what the human being is made up of. And it's very simple. It's like the Mendeleev table. Selenium, calcium, magnesium, ferrum. What else? Copper. I heard about these elements in chemistry, in the chemistry class, and they made me feel scared, but actually they are the sources of happiness that make your body feel happy and immune to diseases. I'm gonna cut this down, but still. Well, you know, this whole thing is going to be called Doronin until we come up with a new name. And Doronin is not, meaning that Doronin, Kirill Doronin, is not only useful or healthy for your financial health, but also for your overall health. Before you take it, you have to take a biochemical test to see the readings before and after. All these minerals are certified and researched. Once we get all the materials, you will be able to download them because we have done our homework, believe me, except for the packaging, because they're not impressive yet, but anyways, we will work out the right label. I've been taking this for quite a while and I'm feeling a lot better now. So our job is to balance out the immunity of people through silver and adding microelements as we work on them. The advantage is the nano size. Nano means everything less than 100. The job or the goal of each health substance that you get is the minerals. If you look at the label, you see that all those substances are not in pure form. They come with salts and some compositions or combinations, but they are not purely that. And they can come dry or in some other form, but the goal of each mineral is to get to the cell, and it's a big problem for any mineral that you are maybe taking. First, you need to take it out, then you have to transport it, and then you have to imbibe it. So the efficacy... Oh, we have Anastasia here. Will you be giving it back? Oh, I was afraid that someone would steal them while I was talking here. So the job was to get them to the cell. So we needed the right size. And B, some manufacturers, get ions of some minerals, but they react quickly. And so they get to the asphagus not as a mineral, but as some compound. And so it's easier to sell sulfates, which say salt, where it says salt on the label, and it's not a problem for many manufacturers. In Karelia, there are a lot of these nutritional supplements, but still they come with salts. So many things in them come apart and react, and they don't get to the cell the way they should, in the form that they should get to it in. But you have nano size. And this is a problem many manufacturers have been banging their head against the wall to solve, but we have solved it. Now we have the measurements of these minerals. Can you zoom in a little bit? Now here is the certificate of the Federal Scientific Institution, the Center of Bionutriment and Biosafety, based in Moscow. We have lab measurements, also test measurements, and this is what it looks like. And soon you'll be able to download it to study it. But take a look at the sizes of the nanoparticles there. Less than 100 nanometers, amounts to nanotechnology. There you can see the screenshot. I know it's hard to zoom in, but try to do your job. Take my word for it, because I have not broken my word not once for you. And please study this document, this certificate, because usually you get those certificate of safety, saying whether you can take something or not. But on top of that, we have an analysis of the content of these supplements. What it means is that it is a mineral nanoparticle dissolved in the structured water. Can you zoom in now? Okay. If you look at it, it's a little bit more dense than plain water that tastes like ferrum. It has this spicy bite to it, but it's very good. It comes away in a minute. It takes me about 1 day to imbibe 50 grams and about 25 grams of zinc. This is something that we are ready to ship to our consumers now. Silver and zinc. So, when they were taking a blood sample of mine, you could see that there were viruses in me, but they have not affected me. I have not run a temperature. I've been feeling good ever since, but many of the people around me have come down with lots of viral diseases. Check out this video to see how this thing destroys the DNA of viruses. Zinc is this male metal that makes up our men and the male structure that affects proteins and everything. You can also find information about it in the video. The only but that there is that the first batch is only for 3,000 clients. Unfortunately. However, something for the future. If you take a good look at it, we're combining our products, and the acceleration of other markets is the development lane that we're taking. So we have decided to combine financial technologies with commodity markets. So we want to create this endless flow of financing for any partnership structure that is financed. Say, you have this set of nano medical kit, and there is 30 vials, maybe 30, maybe less, but just imagine it's this one. So you need to keep your minerals at the right level. You need to take 30 vials per month and multiply it by 12. You get the amount in a year. So, and say if you buy it from another company, it's 1,500 rubles that you have to pay to get it. But I think it's a finite model that doesn't give you a passive model of making profits. I know MLM company really can give you that because you get your passive profits if your sales structure works. But I want to give you real passive profits using financial technologies. You won't have a finite price for the ultimate product. We have the ultimate product here. I say the deposit costs 200,000 rubles. You deposit it at the beginning of the year. You get your shipments 12 times. Then you say you can take your money back. Then the product is is like free because you get your 200,000 rubles back, and you've been using these things as a benefit to your health. Then we add some motivation because you keep your 3 to 5% of accruals, and then we give you some cash for the deposit, which is enough to cover the production costs and keep the profits to the guys, which is 50-50 to those who developed it and to the patent holders, and we will be making the other 50% together because you get 5% as a reward for guys you invite. That's good for their health and for your health. And we will add it to the team volume. And this is when my mind was blown because I knew it was a new great breakthrough. I remember like I was at the MLM assembly when I said MLM companies are trying to lead people on a little bit by involving them with some sales. You should never convince people through some certificate and super secret techniques to involve and attract people who don't want to be involved. If you don't want it, you don't need it. Don't sign up. And this turns our company into a system where your finances start to improve your health because we add 3% of profits across the whole structure here. And I will work out the details, and introduce you to the motivation plan. But it will also involve the team volume. It will be part of the team volume, these minerals. Another thing that we're working on now, I've told you about zinc and silver, and then we're working on magnesium, because magnesium is good for your nerves, for your mood, and we are always using it up. I'm going back to this video, referencing it, and it talks about also the secret of happiness and happy family life through magnesium. And also nano gold dissolved in water improves the passability of your neurons, stimulating the stabilization of your nervous system. Say if your health is very good, it will give you a good boost, and if you get ill quite often, it will improve your health even better. And now we're ready for our first 3,000 shipments. Oh, it's not it. While I was working my presentation on the minerals and all that, we have also come up with creams based on silver for healing. I took a month off of using it, so not of using them. After a month's break, I decided to drive around, and my hands got sore. And after using these creams, my hands healed very quickly. But mostly I'm inspired by the minerals that work within me to make me feel better. And my motto is FNK is not only about your financial health, but your actual health. You can improve your whole self through FNK. And that's it for me. And now I'm open to questions together with the rest. Or is everyone asleep?
Okay. So you please download the video and you will understand why this video is so cool and why the product is so cool. And I hope that we will soon have an announcement for the video. Those people who use the product, they are asking for more. Well, I propose you sit over here. Okay, so we are ready for the online discussion, for the online dialogue, if you will. I have a gel and I have a cream, and that's what I apply to my skin. And one for making it stick, making it stay for a longer period of time. Okay, I will read the questions, except for those who are consisting cursing words. How 2% of FNK will be counted at and as per which rate and in relation to what? Okay. Every day of the tradings, as per the results of the tradings, will be transferred to you. If you have, for example, $10 today to be transferred to you, we buy from the swap market as per the price, as per today's price, and the calculation will be at that price. If we bought $10 FNK as per today's price of $18, so you have $10 equivalent to FNK. Okay, the question is, where is Zygmunt? He's having a rest. Next question. You should have told you are instead of Zygmunt. Okay, why only long? Why not short? No, not only long. We also have some short positions. Where do you mean? In this statement? Probably yes. Because the oil was growing in price. Why? The question is, why it was 50 and then minus 50? Because he didn't see the trade itself. You have to be careful, pay attention to go through the tradings. Why it's possible to buy FNK in your account, in your personal account, you mean? Where? No, you cannot buy it in your personal account because this market, it should not be connected to FNK, because FNK is a different sandbox, and international sandbox is about token, and it doesn't make sense to create a special Russian window for that, platform for that. We created a simplified version through Vexel Online. Why it's more convenient there? Because you can use the moment to upload USDT BitTalk to convert it into FNK, and when you need to fix the profit, you don't need to withdraw from your personal account. You can do it in Vexel account. You do it in your online. You create a Vexel. You can transfer it to Edward. Edward get activated, and in his personal account he has BitTalk, FNK, anything. FNK is not about crypto market. It's about different instruments, because FNK is part of crypto market. It is close to other instruments, and you can play with those instruments. That's why we cared about that, first of all, to make it more easier for FNK users. It's a different people, it's a different auditorium, different tasks. CTI 2 for the next structural level, yes, it will be counted. Will be possible to transfer all your CTI from CTI 2 to CTI 1, or CTI 1 to CTI 2. There will be special benefit period to do that. Okay, we didn't take it into consideration. We will take a look at that. Okay, we'll put down this question. Will there be vouchers as per the end of this December? Now, they are not listed. They are taken into account. In the new version of the site, they will be there. When buying CT2 for $100, which distribution to CTI and to FNK? CTI2 is the same as CTI1, but the income will be in CFR and FNK in percentage rate. To make it more easy to understand, 10% in Cyfron and 2% in FNK per day, every day. FNK, as per the currency of today's currency rate, on the same day the trading was done. We agreed on that. Fin to fin, that can they be paid off in advance? We have a special model, but it is connected to our obligations before investors. I didn't mention that. I didn't tell you how it was different from other platforms, but I don't know where they exist, but we do it in cryptocurrency. We guarantee to investor that we will bring back the body in case. So we guarantee to investors 15%, his body plus 15%.
So it's 31%. Next question. How long have you been testing your minerals? For 6 years now. It's not my project only. I joined it to scale it, and I paid for the test also, because when you're dealing with a development like that, and if you look at this project closely, there's a lot of tests, but some things have to happen concurrently. And if you look like it from the Gantt diagram, like there are a lot of tests. Silver and zinc work, but copper, it can be in pure form, because if you take copper in pure form, it acts as a laxative. Copper is good for women, for their hair, and for strength, and it makes your hair darker. But if you take a little bit more than you should, well, it acts as a real laxative. Until everything that doesn't belong in your body comes out, if you know what I mean. And now we're working with copper to make sure it's not bad for our users. Okay, question to Anton. So, like, the Philippine peso, how can I add them to add it as a currency? You have to send the request to technical support in Philippine, no, in Russian, so we can process it. But it's not added all the time, so first we have to put together a pool. Say a guy from Philippines using Google Translate says add a Philippine currency, but there can be it can be lost in translation, you know, like. But if you have lots of partners there, we will like make it our priority, of course. But if you have like 100 or 500 partners as compared to some other partner communities, the priority can be lower. With all due respect, you have to remember that it is the biggest task that take our priority. Hello, next question. I hear that as of 2021, all crypto wallets will have to be verified. What will have to MetaMask? Do you have MetaMask, I mean? Are you planning to create your own wallet? MetaMask sounds like a drug. Yes, we have that plan. The FNK wallet is under development, and there will be a single wallet. And apart from being verified for each wallet, I don't think we have that information. I have not heard of that. And how can you get verified for a cold wallet? I think it's false information. I will try to defend that sentence once that law comes into effect. Will there be any limitations or legalization of crypto wallets? Like, will it be able to notarily certify it? No, unreal. If you tie some wallet, you can't tie it to some physical entity. You can't or get it verified at the level of some its owner, yes, but it's not on the state level. It doesn't go to the state. But if you're a platform and you verify it, so will the state want to get some information when it gets some incomes? But it depends on the state. If it's Russia asking for that information from a Russian citizen, but you are in a different state, you may decline to provide that info. Yes, it's difficult. It's possible, but it will take some time to flesh out the rules. Not one rule. I think your thinking is positive. You're optimistic. No. It will take a lot more time. But I doubt it. I think it will take more than a year for the structure, for the whole structure in terms of data transfer between states. Great institutions have to be put into place to understand it. There have to be crypto experts at the state level. It's a lot of work. It would be easier for them to wrap their heads about in Russia to see how much money lands on your bank card, but they won't be dealing with crypto wallets, I believe. Do you first have to see whether you have a deficit of those minerals in your blood? Do you have to take a blood sample? No. I have looked at the mechanics of the thing, and sometimes like a fraud. If we see a deficiency, it won't answer the question of how much of that which I have eaten will be properly processed by my body. First, kind of got hung up on this idea. I tried it, and as we went about it, I did not agree with the amounts I was taking, because sometimes maybe I was not taking it in the right dosages. Maybe the dosage varied from day to day. There is no company that positions itself as a good company that will do that. After having my supplements analyzed, I have realized that they are the same. There are supplements that are good, but if you're manufacturers, I believe, you may do it in a better way. You should not imitate finding a solution to the problems of your body. You should find the real solutions. Your body always needs minerals. If it's supplied in pure form to the body, it starts working, it kicks into action. And there is never enough magnesium, for example, because your body is always using it up. Check out the video, and you will know what products and the turnover get a voucher to the index, CTI, CTI2, and cashback service. Dual authentication. Well, when it will be available? It's being tested now. Soon it should be rolled out. Now we're checking its serviceability on our own accounts. Okay guys, I have this new idea to put together a FNK football team. I have a good coach and we want to go global. Kirill, are you interested in that? No, I'm not, because I'm more drawn to basketball. I don't like football. Well, if you want to pitch an idea like this, it should be basketball. You should not have said that. And I don't really like this idea, you know. Oh, we're gonna get lots of messages to our accounts now. Well, actually, I love this concept where, and I said this during my last broadcast on Instagram, I loved it that there were neighborhood like hockey teams. They organized a team with professional ice hockey players, and they beat them, those professional players. So, I mean, when it gives some boys a place or a space to develop, it's great. So sponsoring teams like that is my thing. So, but if we're talking about like PR and promotion, it's not I would not be interested in that. I don't think I would have my partner spend any energy on that. But if a project comes up where the parents say that they have a football team or a basketball team, I'm not a hockey player or a hockey team, and say we can only 30,000 rubles, but we need 100,000 rubles. Then we help them make this money into 100,000 rubles per month and help train those kids into future professionals. We're gonna get like detailed information about the cashback service and indexes, like for dummies. I don't understand it. Well, you can find it on our YouTube channel, and it's the basic skill of highly efficient people to process information. You know, OneLinks is the platform that we're working on, which would be this education place, and also those who provide you the link can be the carrier of information to you. Because if you name all the products, it causes confusion. First, wrap your head around the products, then the cashback service, then the car product. If you want to buy a car, then wrap your head around it. If you want just money, then work out the indexes, the CTIs. If you want to make some money out of cryptocurrencies, then learn more about FNK. Are you planning to increase CTA1 to enters from 2021? Yes, tomorrow it goes up to $20,000. She was wondering whether there is going to be an increase in 2021. Maybe, why not? But it's not like the key critical question here. $20,000 is enough to tell a qualified investor from a non-qualified one. A qualified ones can risk big amounts of money, and we have added this parameter to control finances through new ways, like those who can scrape together $20,000 can scrape together $50,000. Okay, if you meet the requirements to get a voucher, can I activate it when I want it to be activated, or just within 1 month? No, within 1 month of receiving. If you don't activate it, you lose it. Can I invite a voucher to my partner, in my structure? No, because you're the one who have deserved it through your actions, so you can't hand it over or gift it to anyone. But if you if getting a voucher has been a team effort for you, no, it doesn't work like this. It has to be your voucher. Okay, we are getting lots of new questions, but they mirror the previous questions, so I think that's it. Okay, maybe 3 more minutes for some super good questions, but also we have 2 network directors, Bayo Samduf and Dmitry Baradulin. I'm not surprised that these names have reached this director of network status. Congrats to them if these people are near you. And I would like to offer personal gratitude to these guys who, together with Ilgiz and Andre, attended the first conference. You know, it was 20 guys in one tiny room, and it was blood, sweat, and tears that it took us to get across to them what we were trying to do. They were asking lots of questions. I still remember that meeting that we had where there was Mr. Baradulin. He came down to Kazan because he got a call from Mr. Zalushnikov. We had a meeting. I was in a mortal hurry, and I stopped by the hotel where he was. We had a chat in the lobby, and this chat gave me a great partner who have been inspiring me with, and they're. Thank you very much for sticking around us in the light of the recent events in Bahir. Is a guy I've always adored because he's got a big soul, like the biggest step in the Republic of Buryatia where he comes from. And once he smiled and said, "Okay, let's make it $500." And he still thinks back about it because I didn't accept it, because I said he should start considering amounts starting from $1,000, and he's never regretted it because this gave him focus. And this is a man of a great mind who keeps learning more and more things about himself. So you have deserved this status, and you are going to get your rings together with your status. Any more questions? Will there be any changes in the products in 2021 as it happened to the index? If there are, we will inform you, surely. Why should not you remove the limitation in terms of the lending amount for fin to fin? Because it will make investors happy and lenders happy and borrowers happy, especially those borrowers who don't want to pay back. See, investors first want to test you. I mean, those investors that we have there, I promised to them that they will get their money back, and it's secured by our assets. Yes, soon this platform will have a life of its own. Once it goes international, the limits will go up, and there will be when we see how it fares, and I mean, it's the investors who decide whether to raise the stakes or not. What instruments you have on the Chicago Stock Exchange? Well, I don't think I should enumerate them, name them, because you have the full list on the screen now. There is more than 2 or 3. Hello. How can a lonely mother with 3 kids who have cerebral palsy join the charity program of FNK? We have the I Love Living program, which is something that goes hand in hand with us. It was started by guys who took a very smart approach to charity. You can make an application. When you have charity capital, it can accept new kids to pay for the needs of those kids. See, this is how charity works. What makes it smart is that we don't collect money and then spend it, then do the same thing again. We accumulate capital based on the donors. So what donors donate, we invest. And now our charity is tending to 520 children, and this number is growing. We know how much these children need per month, and for that we form capital. And when we're ready to accept new kids, we do it, and you can leave your application on VK and on our social media. Will there be a trading school for neighboring countries? It will be an online school, a video course, and it comes out on January the 15th. We should have dubbed it in Swahili for people to start to learn new languages. What about the criminal case against FNK? It's against unidentified people. They do it when they need to identify those people. There have been searches everywhere, in our offices, in our apartments, in our houses, and it included also some of our partners in Kazan, if I'm not mistaken, and based on what we have, they have checked some of our phones, but it was not clear what they were looking for, and what they are still looking for. There will be some legal decisions later. They have not confiscated anything because we don't use the office. We work in the internet, and you can't take anything from the internet or confiscate anything from the internet. But we are working the way we always have, because we do everything that is not forbidden and that is permitted. Okay, now all the other questions that we have basically mirror the other ones. Okay, now we have this final video. What video? Where we have all of you with waves in the background. Okay, market guys come to me all the time saying that we need a new video, and I say, okay, what are we going to do? Okay, and they say, we're going to put it in front of a cam, and you say something. Okay, I agree to that. So they shot this video, and I think they are about to show it. Okay, we're capping up with this video. Thank you very much for your attention. See you in real time very soon. We're gonna keep working, and we will be announcing all news through our official channels and Instagram. Thank you. Enjoy the video.